Hello everyone, my name is Leo, and when recording my own music I always struggle finding the perfect EQ settings for my guitar tracks. Sometimes the guitar is too harsh, sometimes it does not cut through the mix, etc. In this video I will share how to solve all these problems, also using some cool tricks. Let's start. First of all, let me share the techniques I'm gonna use, and then we will hear how they sound in a real mix. I would call the first trick the double equalizer trick. We are gonna use two equalizer plugins in our lead tone, an addictive one and a subtractive one. The first EQ plugin aims to add a classic console color to our tone, boosting some frequencies that allow our track to stand out in the mix, where with the second plugin we will apply some surgical EQ moves to remove unwanted frequencies. For the first additive EQ, we will use an emulation of an Eve console that will also add character and color to our tone, where for the second EQ we will use a digital EQ that allows us to be very precise in the EQ moves we are gonna do. Let's briefly describe also the second and third tricks before hearing how they sound. Typically, in our mixes there are tracks that are fighting in the same frequency range. For instance, this is the case for a comping guitar track and a lead one, that both fit in the mix in similar frequency ranges and that tend to, so to say, cancel each other. The suggested solutions here are basically two. With the first one, we select a frequency to boost in our lead guitar that we like, and we remove the same frequency from our comping guitar part, so that each track has, so to say, its own frequency where to live. The second trick is more subtle, where basically we use two different EQ simulations for the comping and lead tracks. For instance, an API EQ in the comping part and an Eve EQ for the lead track. In fact, each analog console adds its own flavor, its own color to our guitar tracks, therefore helping us to differentiate each of the tracks in our mix. Okay, let's apply these tricks in a real song. First of all, let's hear the solo, the lead track in the mix where the lead guitar has no EQ at all. Here I hear two problems. First of all, the lead guitar is not standing out in the mix as much as I wanted, at least. And the second is that there are some annoying frequencies, especially when I go in the high fret notes. So let's open the lead tone track, and first of all let's apply the equalization. The first move I would do is to remove the frequencies below typically 140-160 Hz, applying an high pass filter. As typically with the lead tone you don't have too much information here, and below 160-150 is where the bass and the kick are placed. Here I'm also applying this nice feature provided by the Pro Q3 that allows the EQ to have more or less impact on the tone according to the frequency played. At 158 I'm applying this leader cut, which is dynamic. Let's remove the annoying frequencies. here it is, in my opinion. Let's remove it. Now it's nice, in my opinion. And now we can also use some visual help coming from the Pro Q3. $685. Okay, and typically I also apply a low pass filter, because here I'm using a plugin and typically there is some aliasing, there could be some aliasing, and so I prefer to remove some high frequencies. Okay, here is nice. Now let's move to the addictive part, where I'm using a Neve EQ. I'm also activating the mic simulation of the Neve, which adds some more color. And then let's try to define which is the frequency that we like to boost to make the guitar stand out in the mix. That is typically around 1.5 and 3.2. Okay, now we can apply the second and the third trick to the comping part. For the comping part, I'm using an API simulation and still a Pro Q3 for the subtractive one. So here we are going to still remove the low frequencies. Very high. Now we want to create some space between the lead tone and the comping tone. In the lead tone we boosted around 1.6, 1.5, and here we cut at the same frequencies. And we may boost here, I would say, around 300 kHz to give more body to the comping part. Without anything. And now in the mix. It was a little bit more disturbing, and so I can cut even more here at around 4 kHz. Now I think it sounds pretty nice. By the way, we can even remove some unwanted frequency from the comping part using the same visualization trick offered by the Pro Q3. Now I think I can hear pretty well the comping part and the lead tone. They don't interfere each with the other, they don't interfere with the bass guitar, and I have also removed some harshness from the lead tone, especially when I went up in the fretboard. And there is also this little difference in character provided by the different console simulation I'm using between the lead tone and the comping part. It is subtle, but it is actually there. We have now reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did it, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell and leave a thumb up, as it would really help me to make more videos like this. And please share the technique you use the most in order to mix your guitar tracks in the comment section below. Thank you so much, see you soon, bye bye.